Hey tubers, he's back, and of course it's another pickup video. Um, a lot of these pickups I've picked up ages ago, they were just left over modern bits more than anything else. There's a little bit of retro, but not a lot. Money's been a bit tight the past couple of months because of my wife having to take sick leave, and we're paid running out on that bits and bobs, and so we had to prioritise things. But over the months, I have accumulated a lot of spare took to show, so there's still good content, I would say. First of all, as always, album of the month. This came last month. I didn't have money to get this, and I wanted to get it because there's a reissue of of an indie band from the 1990s, Sleeper. Girl. I think this is it red vinyl, transparent red vinyl. Yeah. So this is the last album they produced, and there's also Sleeper playing in the background if people can hear it. Yeah, Louis Vinyl and stuff. I think they only made 2 LPs albums in the end. Now I actually did have tickets to buy them to see them in concert when I was a student up in Hull back in 1997/98, but the concert was they couldn't have sold enough tickets because it was cancelled, and I got my money back for a ticket. With hindsight, I think I probably would have liked to have kept an unused ticket, but in those days it was just too much money, especially when you're a student. So hey ho. Right. Other bits to show. One of a little birthday Christmas present. I can't remember if it's birthday or Christmas, but something my wife got me. And it's a mini arcade by My Arcade. It's a Mega Man 1. It comes with a really good quality box actually. It's got a lot of, it opens up, tells about the games. It's got the first 6 Mega Man games on it. It's really nicely presented actually, and it was mega reduced on Amazon. And that's why it was my mum got it for me because it wasn't a lot of money really. I think it was about a £25 mark. So yeah, I saw that and I said, ooh, and I gave my wife a few hints and she took it. So yeah, a nice little mini arcade. A little bit of retro on a 2600 Star Wars Jedi Arena with the Atari 2600. There's very few games I can be bothered to have boxed. All the other ones I just can't own. There's only about another 7 or 8 I want to get. I finally finished collecting for Nintendo DS. There was 2 last titles I wanted, and they were relatively big hitters, and these had come down massively on price on CEX. So yeah. So when I got paid, I ordered these, and they came. Unfortunately, they're all complete with everything. I was rewarded that they wouldn't be. So it was Mega Man ZX Advent. There's so many Mega Man games on a DS. That was the last one I needed, and also a Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2 on a DS. Again, these are really significantly reduced on price. We got this for a good price. This game's easier to find on a 3DS. It's not cheap on a 3DS, but on a 2DS, on an original DS, very hard to come and buy that game in the UK at least. I think American copies are much more common. I'd used my last amount of credit with Game, a retail store Game. As we all know, Game have closed down many of their stores. I think they've got a few stores left open, and the ones in the Sports Direct. And they're not the only one trading in used games, so pretty much it's a sign that they're giving up on used game market, which is strange. I would have thought they made more profit on used games than the new games. And so it's a death knell. So with my elite membership for Game, after I've spent it, bought this last thing from Game, I pretty much cancelled my elite membership, so I'm not going to bother with that anymore. And to be honest, I don't think, unless I really have to, I'm not going to bother going into Game anymore. It's little point. Even when I went round there, there was so little choice, and I was really struggling to find things to spend my last bit of money I had in there on my all the points I'd earned. So I did, and from reduced from £48 to £22, I got the Ultimate Borderlands Collection. I'm keeping the price label on there as its game with a receipt in there. I just thought it's the last game I probably buy from Game, so I just keeping it with a label for that reason alone. End of an era, or game's perspective, end of an era. Definitely an era. But it is what it is. You know, I think, was it 90% of game sales are digital these days. So yeah, physical is on its way out for sure. So be honest. The amount of games we've got as collectors, we've still got enough to keep us busy, haven't we, guys? So I don't think it's any. It's no big sad news really. You know, enables us to end collecting, I suppose. So a few other games I've picked up. This is an American copy of Takumo Tetsuin Rhythm Festival. I don't think you can get a PAL copy of this. There's more songs. I do have the. I think there's only one UK game brought out. I think, or maybe two. I don't know, but anyway, got that one. From Limited Run, I pre-ordered this ages ago. I'm finally down to 5 games that they due to send me 5 games to Limited Run, because it was about 10, and I was really getting rewarded, thinking I hope they don't go bust, because there's no chance of getting your money back if they do. And some people are saying online that some of these limited game stores are close to going bust, like Strictly Limited and stuff like that. They may be, you know, may not be around for long. A bit worrying if that's true, but that could be just idle talk and rumour. But this is from Game Journalists, so they know a bit more than me anyway. But anyway, Radiant Silvergun Classic Limited Run. Really nice to have that. You know, the old, very rare, expensive Sega Saturn game. This game is just part of my subset on the Switch of Funbox sort of rudish games. It's supposed to be not a bad game actually, but it's something which I'll probably never end playing. It's called Otoko Cross Otoko Cross Naked Remix. It's a weird one. It's very Japanese orientated. It's a bit like what's that? Those shooting games. Those homoerotic shooting games. Chinoki. I can't remember what it's called now. Something along those lines. It is the you know ones I mean, with all these muscular naked men. Although strictly, I guess it's not homoerotic. It's just boys dressed up and girls stripping. Yeah. But I mean that's only a subset. I mean it's other basically different kind of games, and that's sort of the background bit. Yeah. Seeing Japanese blokes in women's underwear is not really my bag. I'm glad to say. I'm not confused. But it's just part of that subset. So yeah, it may become rare. You never know, because you know not many people will be picking it up. You know, for those reasons. I have done 5 cats, and they're a pain in the arse. So if anybody wants a cat, just send us a message, and I'll put one in the post to you. Don't tell the RSPCA. Okay. Right. What else we got? I've got this from Jace on Retro Games. His store here. It's a Gaia. What's it? Darius 2 on the Sega Master System. This is obviously the Master System port of the game, so it's really cool to have that. It wasn't a lot of money. I think it was under 30 or something like that, all complete, nice condition. So thanks very much, Jace. This is the last Japanese PS2 I wanted. It's part of the Blood the Last Vampire series. I think there's been about 3 of them, and it's Blood One Night Kiss. I got this from Sukugaya. They have a website, and it's like free shipping to UK and a lot of her stuff. And Sukugaya, most of their games are in top-notch condition, so it's relatively low risk. and it was so much cheaper than getting a copy from eBay. If I remember rightly, shipped, it was about £28 including shipping from Japan. It really came in a big box and everything. Whereas if I bought it from eBay, it would probably been about another 40% on top of that. So Sukugaya website, guys, if you want to import from Japan, check it out, especially if it's used games. Okay, I've got a few PlayStation VR games to show. I think there's literally only about another 2 PS. No, actually, there's 3 limited ones. Well, there's 3 by limited one I've got to get as well. So there's about 5 PSVR on the PSVR 1 I want to get, and I should have a complete set. These games have been in this bag to show you guys for months. It is an import only of Derasin, if that's however you pronounce it. It's probably French, but it is obviously an American release. Then we've got PSVR compatible game Hitman 3. This is obviously a UK game, but this game, you know, a lot of PS4 games are like, you know, under £5. That's one of the ones that isn't. That's about a 30 quid mark. I've not opened this one. This is again run, I believe. Yeah, this is Tetris Effect Connected. So this is the online version. I mean PSVR version. Then we got the Samamax. This time it's virtual point and click Lucasfilm game. And then we got I think you can get this on the PSVR, PS5 as well. This is a PSVR version of Song in the Smoke, limited one again. And this is the American title for a game which I can't for the life of me remember what it's called in Power Territories. It is Power Slave Exhumed. Is it just Exhumed? It could be. Yeah, this is a digital remaster, so it's not just for the old game ported. They've actually improved the graphics and game mechanics options, so it's not just tank controls and stuff. But yeah, this is a really good run and gun Doom stroke Duke Nukem type game set in some fighting demons and stuff. It's, you know, really nice to have. Another old game from Limited Run, I believe. A Boy in His Blob. This is literally just the NES version put on the PS4 disc, I think. I don't think there's any other options on this. I could be wrong. It's a retro collection, so there's probably a couple of games there. It's got The Boy in His Blob, Trouble in Blobilonia. Features both the English and Japanese versions of the games. And then there's one called The Rescue. So I don't know. Okay, we got a nice shooter from Limited Run, Super Hydora. I haven't played that yet, so I can't say much about that one. From Red Art Games, Jetting Guns 2. Red Art Games is probably another one that might be at risk of going under. We don't know. Who knows? Maybe, you know, if I was thinking about this the other day, if Game aren't doing retail games, I mean used games anymore, then all the stock that would normally go to Game would only go to the independent second-hand game shops, car boots, Facebook Marketplace, or more likely to CEX. And if CEX have, you know, in-new data with a lot of games, especially more of the common games, you know, ones on the PS4, you know, PS5s and so forth, not the, because of the sheer quantity of those, it'll probably push the price down more because they've got so much stock to get rid of. CEX will do. So it may be actually good for us guys because it may push the price of used games and CEX down a bit. You know, possibly. So that's an idea. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people are doing videos about other physical media, aren't they? Like DVDs and stuff, and Blu-rays, and being angry with the streaming services. Amazon have started showing adverts in the middle of their movies. Amazon Prime. I've just noticed that the other day. disgraceful. You pay that to watch. You pay a subscription to watch a movie, and then put a bloody advert halfway through it. That is just pure greed. And to be honest, if it wasn't for delivery service, I would cancel Amazon just like that. But because of, I like the fast delivery service, and it's it's relatively cheap. That's why we still call it. But that's the only reason. But anyway, I digress a bit. Yeah, physical media, good stuff. Make the most of it while you can. Get it while it's cheap. And nice to have a physical library and all that and stuff. Look after your hardware. But just be mindful that this physical stuff won't be around forever, so get it while it's cheap. That's my theory anyway. Anyway, I digress. Alright, another game. Raiden 4 X Mikado Remix. Saying that, there's still a shit ton of used games in Japan, so even if you do have a fix for physical media, if you don't mind importing games, you can always get stuff from Japan, because I think they'll take a very long time for them to start selling out and running out of stuff. Anyway, XAS for complete collection. Prepare to battle, another limited run came off. Yes. There's a little compilation of the Xayas games or whatever. Yes, WayForward Shantae limited run. This is like a sort of digital version of the Game Boy Color game, I believe. I had it on Switch, I think, but I wanted it on PS4. Outbreak, Contagious Memories. Yeah, it's a series of games that limited run brought out on Outbreak. So this is I think the last one. And then we got also Null Drifter, another shooter game from, is it Red Art again? East Asia Soft, Red Art Games, yeah. Yeah, so this is another one. I've not actually played yet. I played all the Formula 1 games, so I just got this cheap 2020. Okay. Yeah, I have to say, the rest of these are all PS4 guys, so if you don't like PS4, just a McDonald's pack of Pokemon cards, I don't know why they're in there, but anyway. If you don't like the PS4 stuff, I don't mind, don't blame me for going away. Okay, yeah, this is one I've definitely wanted to get while it's in stock. It's Broforce. Yeah, it's a Contra type game with all the Broforce type characters, and there's tons. It comes with a really decent booklet with loads of pictures and everything else in it. That's a nice set. That. Night 002, Bride of a New Moon. I think I got that in CX a long time ago, and I got it for a reasonable price, but don't ask me how much. And then we've got Lord of the Rings Gollum. This is a terrible game. Got this dirt cheap. Shame, because I do like Lord of the Rings IP. Then we've got the King of Fighters 13 Global Match. I do like to collect those, all the King of Fighters SNK games. Another great shooter, Little Witch No Better, East Asia Shop, PlayAsia. Again, I ordered that a long time ago and it came from PlayAsia. This must be another limited run game. Blade Runner Enhanced Edition. I know that these games got released a long time ago, but actually no, if you ordered several games at once from limited run, they only ship obviously when all of them have been released, and some games have taken a couple of years to come out. Another one from East Asia Shop. This is a Tiger Heli Topan Arcade collection. So yeah, it's got the two classic games plus in loads of M2 improvements and tweaks and options, and it's a really nice set. Not cheap. I don't know if Limited Run are also re-releasing that one or not. I don't know, but it's not a cheap one to get. Then we've got Dragon Quest 11 Echoes of an Elusive Age. I do collect the Dragon Quest games when they're cheap, although I hold my hand up. I've yet to play a Dragon Quest game. It's just one of those, role-playing games that people highly recommended, which I started collecting ages ago, and I've just not stopped. Yeah, well, hopefully I'll get to play one day. Andro Dunas 2 at long last, PS4 version by Pixel Heart Games. I think you can get that now on the Neo Geo CD. Is that right? A reissue, yeah, a reissue, because obviously the original one's quite expensive with Neo Geo CD, but you can get a reissue of that. So I'm very tempted to get that at some point when I can afford it. And then we've got Crisis Reign East Asia Soft, another shooting game. Again, this is got this ages ago, and I got this for a reasonable price. It's boxed and sealed, tin edition of Street Fighter 6. No doubt they'll bring out half a dozen versions of that game. And then we got Rumblefish 2, a US game. Is it limited run 2? Yes. And we got, I said there was a few Outbreak games. Outbreak Collection, again limited run. And then we then got, I think this is one you need to get new. Sonic Origins Plus, because it comes with, yeah, you do need to get this new. It comes with a download code for the Sega Game Gear games, which I've actually played, and God, they're bad. I say bad in the sense that they're so primitive, but if that's what you're used to, that's what you're used to. But anyway, so Origins Plus, yeah, if you do get this game, I want to get this on Switch too, but again, just make sure you get new copies, guys, because otherwise you won't get those download codes. You may not get those codes. Then we've got Jamestown, a really beautiful bullet hell limited run. I think I've got that on the Switch already, I think. I'll do one. Then we've got Darius Cosmic Collection console, the console version of the games, Darius games. So yeah, so Sagaya, which I showed you earlier, the console version of that's on here. So why did I get the console version? Ooh, I don't know. It's just a nice for Master System, isn't it? We're strange creatures, us collectors, aren't we? Alright, Record of Lodos War, Delete in Wonder Labyrinth. Another really interesting Red Art Games. Is it like a Castlevania type game? I can't remember. There was a reason why I got that. I reckon it's because it's a sequel, yeah. Wasn't there a Record of Lodos War game on the Dreamcast? That's probably why I got it, just to, part of that IP. Alright, another Ace Attorney game, Phoenix Wright, the trilogy on the PS4. So it's got the 3 Phoenix Wright games. There is another one, which I've probably got in his pile somewhere. And I think there's another one yet, just recently released as well. So there's been a few on the PS4 collections. But again, Asian exclusive. Contra Anniversary Collection, limited run, yep. Thank you, limited run, for bringing those out in physical media. And then we got Red Art Games Soap Star, another shooter. I got this from Ali in Retro Hunter, his store in Leon C. I had missed it out on it when it first got released by Limited Run, but he had a copy in there, and I do like to support the local game stores. So it's Super Meat Boy Forever sequel. And then we got another shooter of sorts, I think, with sort of story elements. Shin or Ruby? Shino Ruby. It's an interesting game, actually. Check this out, guys. If you're into your shooters, that's the one that's a bit different. Okay. I showed the remake of the collection, the limited one collection of the original games for a re-release by limited one of the Wii game, Boy in His Blob. And another M2 collection from Japan only. This is a Topan Arcade Sam collection. So it's got Sky Shark and Fire Shark and all those type games on it. Very difficult in my mind. I know some people have mastered them. I know Eddie Rollercoaster and Dylan Hyper Triggers probably can do those games, but I'm crap. I can't get far on those. Anyway, this is the Crisis Trilogy Remastered Collection on the PS4. That's a quite reasonable price. Almost there, guys. Oh, I don't drop them. Yumi Komozo Bazooka. Yeah, that's again. It's right again. Bazooka. This is a combination. I think I may have shown in a previous video. That's the Switch version of this. I probably did, but you know, I've also got that on the PS4. Yeah, I've got it because it's obviously got the other classic Japanese characters from all the various shooting games. So the little witch and Cotton and stuff like that. So that's the main reason why I got that. Well, it's cheap. That's super cheap. I think that's about £12 on Amazon. Day of a Tentacle Remastered, another Lucasfilm game by Limited Run. Really nice to have that on modern consoles. Getting there, another Lucasfilm game, Full Throttle Remastered by Limited Run. Got so many Limited Runs. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of Right Witch Remastered. I really got that for a good price on CEX. Really surprised by that. Rainbow Six Extraction. This is it's all sealed. Again, this was super cheap. Dead or Alive 5, the last round. I think was this the last Dead or Alive game that they brought out? Could be. Alright, this is a Sega Saturn game. Is it Sega Saturn? No. Or was it? Or was it Sega CD? No, Sega CD game. It's super expensive. Corpse Killer. To get a limited one copy on the PS4 is much cheaper way of getting it, even from eBay, and the CD Sega CD version of the game. I did put a fair bit of time in that, trying to get it, complete it, and it's I couldn't complete it. I was doing something wrong or whatever. I kept dying in the end. Death Wish. That, by the way, that's got the cheesiest of graphics. It really is a bit funny, and if you're with your mates and have a few beers, I'd recommend that one. Alright, Death Wish Enforcers, a really nice, another classic game still to run. It's got a lot of 70s movie characters like Dirty Harry and stuff like that, I think. Alright, part of my Gundam, SD Gundam collection. SD Gundam G Generation Crossrays Platinum Edition. This is like the Hong Kong version, I think. So it has got English. There's literally hundreds of SD Gundam games, isn't there? Valkyrie Elysium, part of the Valkyrie collection. Again, that was cheap. I've got an 8-bit Do pin that must have came with one of the controllers. Still in the bag. Another, is it Red Art? Could be, no, the empty one. Cresta, Soul Cresta, sorry. The Dramatic Edition, so another re-release of a nice Bullet Hell. And last but not least, I've had the standalone PS4 version. Played it, a lot of people knocked this game, but I actually enjoyed it. It's a remake of Saints Row, and this is like a really nice Steelbook box set, I think. Yeah, it's got lots of nice goodies in here. I got that so cheap from Amazon last year sometime. I can't remember, but it's been in the back for ages. Super cheap, I got that, and it's really nice. I enjoyed that game actually. I really do. But anyway, guys, that's it. So I hope you're all doing well wherever you are. Thanks for watching. Take care, look after yourself, be kind, and see you next